This is the second presentation of a three-part series that helps you to get to know your genome. In this part we look at what your genome looks like. To do this we have to look inside your cells. We can see inside your cheek cells using an ordinary school microscope. You can see the nucleus very clearly in the middle of the cells. However, to see inside the nucleus we need expert equipment. This image shows that within the nucleus the genetic information is distributed into distinct regions called chromosomes. If the genome is like the world, then the chromosomes are like its countries. The chromosomes have precise locations within the nucleus called territories. The chromosomes are thin threads, and there is about 2 meters of genetic information folded inside this nucleus. Although the genetic information is distributed through the whole of the nucleus, it occupies less than 1% of the total volume of the nucleus. The rest is filled with an array of molecular machines, which search the genome for important pieces of information. Other machines select the information for copying and send the copies back out to the rest of the cell. The nucleus resembles a busy office. It is a factory for processing information. The secret of getting so much genetic information into such a small space of the nucleus is due to how it is folded. When processing information, the genetic information is loosely folded, so there is plenty of space for the molecular machines to gain access to the genetic information. However, just before the cell divides into two, the chromosomes dramatically change their appearance by becoming much shorter, more tightly coiled, and much fatter. They resemble the chromosomes shown in the left-hand photograph. This is how we normally see pictures of chromosomes. It's called a karyotype. We can see that the chromosomes are present as pairs, which look very similar to each other. Each pair is numbered according to its relative size, with pair number 1 being the largest and pair number 22 being the smallest. 2 chromosomes in a pair do not look similar. These are chromosomes X and Y, which we call the sex chromosomes. 1 chromosome from each pair is a copy of the chromosome in the original unfertilized egg cell, which was inherited from your mother. The second chromosome of the pair is a copy of the chromosome in the original sperm cell and was inherited from your father. The sperm cell that made you contained half of your father's genome. The egg cell that made you also contained half of your mother's genome. The sperms or eggs that you make contain half of your genome too. Sperms and eggs always contain 1 copy of each of the different pairs of chromosomes. This means that when the sperm and egg nuclei fuse together at fertilization, both copies of each pair of chromosomes are always present. The egg cell only carries the X chromosome, but there are 2 types of sperm made. Half of the sperm carry the X chromosome, and the other half carry the Y chromosome. The chances of an egg being fertilized by a sperm carrying the X chromosome is 50%. the chances of an egg being fertilized by a sperm carrying the Y chromosome is also 50%. This means there is a 50% chance that the baby will be a boy, XY, or a 50% chance that it will be a girl, XX. These figures refer to the biological sex of the baby. The gender that the baby will assume is more complex than this, and is at least partially socially constructed. This is something that we will consider in more detail during the course. So what does your genome look like? Inside the nucleus of your cells there are 22 pairs of similar chromosomes. We call these homologous pairs of chromosomes. There are also 2 sex chromosomes, X and Y. In total then your genome has 46 chromosomes. Remember that an identical copy of the genome is found in the nuclei of all of your cells. So far we have not said anything about what genetic information is, how is it stored, and how is it used. This will be the subject of the final presentation in the series.